gamers, and welcome to episode 475 of the Super Ultra Podcast Arcade for November 10th, 2024. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Nicholson, and with me is my co-host, Dominic Stallworth. What's going on, Dominic?
Man, there's a lot going on. I mean, it's been a huge week, and I mean, the country has been going crazy because of this. You have people who are happy. Yeah, some people who are very upset. Some people who are just shocked and surprised. And I'm talking about what happened on Tuesday. The Commanders have got a cornerback in the trade with the Saints. And, like, the country has just been going wild.
It's divided.
Yes, I've looked on the news,
Never
man.
seen anything
and, like,
more polarizing.
Like, people are crying. Some people are crying for sadness or joy. Anger. I mean, it's just like, yeah, it's crazy out there. And I think some election must have happened or something like that too.
Probably.
But
South America or something.
I think the reaction was mostly from what happened with the Commanders. I think like, even though the news was talking about the election, I think that's what the emotions were from that. Yeah, really.
The people on the ground, they were talking about the Commanders' grassroots campaign.
Yeah. So what the election happened, blah blah blah. So I mean, we all know that if you're in here first, that's pretty damn sad. But I'm not going to tell you the results then. You have to find out on your own. But like, back to football. Yes, we got a cornerback, Marshawn Lattimore, who is a great cornerback, one of the top ones. We got for the Saints. Saints aren't doing so well, so we are buyers. Like, man, in my lifetime of me, like, really watching football, like, as regularly, like, I've never seen us as really buyers at the trade deadline.
Mm.
Like, we've always been sellers because we already, like, the season's over. Because we mostly sucked. So we were like, oh, who do we trade to get something? Like for like a draft pick or something like that. This is like, we're actually making a move to actually do something in the playoffs. Not just get to the playoffs, but to go beyond that. Like, cause yeah, you don't make a move just to get to playoffs, cause at that point you just leave what you have and just say, hey, let's hope we get there or not. Because if we don't get there, at least we know we get a higher draft pick than we would be, than we got there. But yeah, us making a move to get a cornerback is just saying that, like, yo, we're trying to win this, and it just feels so weird now. It's like I never had this feeling before in football. Like, I'm so used to us only getting to the playoffs because we did like a late run where we won some games in a row, and because that's what seemed like the only time we ever get in playoffs.
Right. So,
for this to be that we're number one in our division at this point in time, 7-2, and it's crazy. And we're about to play the Steelers, who are also only have 2 losses, and they're number one in their division. So yeah, this is another test. There's always a test with us every week. And this is a big one. Like, the good thing is we are home, though there's going to be a lot of Steelers fans because Steelers travel, and Steelers travel, period. And this we're closer, and now it's like we're pretty close, so we're definitely gonna get a lot of Steelers fans. But I'm wondering, like, I'm wondering, like, how much Steelers fans compared to if we suck, because when we sucked, there probably been full stadium Steelers fans, and now that since we are like huge, I wonder, like, what's the ratio going to be. But yeah, man, I can't wait for this game today. I hope we come out with the dub. I mean, I hope we can do it, man. And the thing is like, I'm more confident in this team now. Like, I'm just more confident in them. Like I said, like, yo, we can play against anybody. So it's like, I'm not afraid, like, oh, we definitely gonna lose or nothing. It's like, yo, I'm ready just to watch a game. And I was like, hey, we can win. like because the quarterback. It's like when you have a good quarterback, this is what it feels like. Where you have a chance to win. It's like doesn't matter. Like
when you have potential.
yeah, it's like when like it doesn't matter. Like our defense hasn't been great, no, but it's because our quarterback's been that good, and our offense. I mean, the whole personnel has been good too, our coaching and things of that nature. Um, because they've been that like because like yeah, the defense has been great, but your offense they show they can score, so that it doesn't feel like anything's out of reach. So yeah, so this is cool. Like a cool feeling to see. Also, the Ravens they escaped with the win. They had almost lost because they had lost the week before to the Browns, which was disappointing. And it looks like they were about to lose two in a row, but they had another epic game against the Bengals, and the Bengals they were going for two. Like they could have tied it up with the field goal, but they said they didn't want to leave it to chance. Like because the previous time they did, and they lost in overtime. So they were saying, "Yes, win it now," and I'm okay with that decision. Like I would have done the same thing too. I mean, also I'm not a real head coach, but anyway, it's like, but see, I'm a guy who always gambles anyway. I'm a guy who would go on fourth down on the 1 yard on your own 1 yard line, and like, nah. They said we're gonna do it. They say we're gonna do it. It's gonna be amazing. But yeah. So unfortunate, well, or fortunate. I guess it all depends how you want to look at it. Well, for me, I'm rooting for the Ravens. So the Ravens they didn't get the 2-point conversion to win it, and the Ravens won. It was a great matchup. Bengals, it's like so frustrating for them because like they have a great offense. Like that quarterback is awesome, Burrows, but their defense is just isn't there. It's like they have to always score almost like 40, and that's sad. Like they can't even put up like 35 and be and say they can win. But it's like they have the offense. They have a Super Bowl offense. They have a team that like offensively they can win a Super Bowl, but the defense is really holding them down. And they have a quarterback and a wide receiver who are just great. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they're still undefeated. Another close game, but they came out in overtime. It went to overtime, but they won in overtime. So yeah, they're not winning spectacularly. They're not being dominant, but they're just winning. It's like they just keep winning. So it's like they're the favorite. And like Patrick Mahomes is not having a super year, but he's winning. Like someone said, he's almost playing bored. It's almost like he wants to be down so he can just come back to win. Like it's not fun if they dominate. So that's why these games are close. I mean, that's not really why, but it's just funny because they always keep winning, and that like when they have to score, they will score. That's the thing, but they don't score a lot like they used to. But it's like, oh, they're down. Well, they're gonna go. It's almost like, oh, they're gonna score this time. It's like, darn, they didn't score like all the other times, but they're gonna score now since they're down. It's just amazing, like how that works. Yeah, so that's really the big thing. So like basically at the halfway point in football. So, in my prediction for Super Bowl, what was it? I said, because I did have the Chiefs. I said the Chiefs will be there. But then I had like I had like two sets of picks. I said like it's gonna be one with the Chiefs being there and one if the Chiefs don't be there. And I said Miami. Well, Miami's not gonna be there. So I think I had Miami versus I forgot. I think I said the Lions. Now the Lions look like they get a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be right now maybe Chiefs and Lions look favorable. The Lions have been looking awesome. But yeah, we'll see. But other than the Lions, it's pretty open in NFC. That's why I feel like Washington, they have a good chance to do something. It's really between us and the Eagles for the division. Cowboys and Giants aren't going to do anything. We always swept the Giants. We haven't played the Cowboys or Eagles yet. So yeah, we just wait on that. But yeah, the Eagles, they only have two losses also. So we'll see how we match up against them. but yeah, great season so far. Like for like my team, I like and for the Ravens, like Ravens, I feel like Lamar Jackson can win a third MVP now. Like that guy, Lamar Jackson is awesome. It's like he really should have won last year, Super Bowl, and I'm hoping they could do it this year. I know their defense is not that great, but I feel like their offense is so good that they can win. Um, they just got like Chiefs are in the way.
Yeah.
Chiefs are in their way, and we'll just see because for right now, Chiefs are going to have home field. But darn, Chiefs didn't even have home field last year, and they won. That's why I just find it like God darn, like that was a year to really win. But nah, I mean, hey, you're just gonna have to do it. You just have to go probably in their house and win. And you got a team that's good enough to do it. I mean, you got a team that's good enough to do it. I mean, like I said, even though your defense is not great, I mean, it's not good. Like they give it too many yards, but I just feel like you can score.
Yeah.
You got a guy y'all can score, so you should be able to go toe to toe. And that's really what it is. Like, I mean, people are gonna say like, oh, the defense failed them, and then I get it, but but I don't know. I mean, it's like I still think it's a team that they can put up enough points that it can work against that. Like they can work against that. But because I look at the Chiefs didn't get a good defense until last year. Before that, the defense was adequate, but it wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they won a Super Bowl like that. So I'm like, you can win a Super Bowl. Like you just gotta get stops when you need stops. That's all. Like just get some stops where you need stops, and then just score. Just keep scoring. Like because eventually, yeah, that is gonna take a toll on. Put more pressure on them. Like put the pressure on them. Like up there. Don't do that. Don't let them dictate the game. All right. What else is there? I know. Nothing much really. Cause I mean, I watch a little college football.
Yeah.
The but I don't even know who's number one. Honestly, I don't even remember. So, I know who's number two. I know Ohio State number two because I just looked at the score. But other than that, yeah. I mean, college football. I mean, people are excited because it's a playoff this time. Like, I forgot even how many teams it is. That's how much I've been paying attention to college football. I haven't really been paying attention. I know Maryland is 4-5, and we got to win 2 more games to get at least a bowl nod. And I don't know if we're going to do it. We just got blown out by Oregon. Which I was like, oh, I forgot Oregon's even in the damn Big Ten. I was like, yeah, those freaking Pac-12 schools are in Big Ten now. Nothing else. I know free agency is happening in baseball, and nothing happened yet, or at least nothing major. Because I looked online to see if any big players been picked up or anything. Not yet. So it's yeah, I'm curious what the O's gonna do because they gotta get an ace. They got to get an ace since Burns. Oh, I mean, either they got to sign Burns again because he's a free agent, but pick him back up or find another ace because ain't no way in hell we can definitely win this without one. Yeah, so that's really it for sports. You got anything for wrestling?
No, not really. Haven't been able to keep up too much.
So I guess we get to what we've been watching. Have you been watching anything?
I watched the first 2 episodes of season 2 of Arcane.
Season 2 is out now?
Yeah, it came out yesterday, I believe. Well, so they're apparently dropping it in like 3 chunks. It's going to be like 3 episodes, and then 3 episodes. I'm assuming they're in successive weeks. I haven't seen official dates on those yet.
Is it still like an hour show?
Yeah. The second one was like 35 minutes, I think.
35?
I'm not sure what the first one was. Let me see here if they got the list of episodes and stuff.
At least like 45 minutes.
Heavy as the crown. Do they not have the time? Time. because I was looking at that, and then I was looking at Penguin, and I was like, oh yeah, Penguin's hour long. I'm gonna try and finish this, and I didn't get a chance to. Wiki. Yeah, usually these sites are really good about telling you how long the stuff is.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, so far the first 2 episodes really good. I mean, it's still as visually stunning as that first season is. It is incredible that I mean, nothing that I've seen has like even come close to looking as good as this show. And I mean,
yeah, I know.
Maybe that's because they spend a lot of money on this. Apparently, it's like the most expensive animated thing like ever or something like that.
They use the League of Legends money.
I mean, that's the thing. I saw a post earlier that was like, Arcane is so good it makes you forget that its source material is League of Legends. Yeah, I'm still quite enamored by the show. I am excited to see where it actually goes. You know, we kind of speculated last week about what may happen with this, but honestly, I have no idea. It kind of made me want to go back. Like, they have a recap at the beginning of the first episode. But it kind of made me want to go back and rewatch that entire first season and catch up and familiarize myself with all the characters.
Started it, but now that the other ones, I might watch both at the same time.
Yeah,
that's like
that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, man, that because it's been so long since this came out. But yeah, I gotta check that out, man. Because that was one of my favorite anime series. It got me emotional. Got me emotional. Yeah. So that's out. So where are you at the Penguin?
Finished the episode, the flashback episode. And that's it. So not. I think that's where I was last.
So what's the holdup?
I was watching stuff when I was working out a lot, and I've stopped doing that. So I haven't really been watching anything, because that's really the only time that I can watch stuff like that is in the morning before everybody else wakes up. And most of that has been filled by work over the past couple of weeks. So I just haven't been able to make the time in the same way. I mean, the Arcane, I threw one after everybody went to bed last night, but that's because I was a little more excited about Arcane than going back to the Penguin. And now part of it is like just getting back into it too. Is, you know, it's not like I'm watching anything else besides now Arcane, but I stopped, and to catch back up, it just feels like
and Arcane, does that the big Buxy woman, does she do some stuff?
Yes.
The black girl?
Yes, she does.
What's she do?
She's there pretty prominently. I mean, there's a pretty big battle sequence in is it the first episode or the second
more nude in the tub scenes?
No, not quite yet. But I'm sure we'll get there, Don. I'm sure we'll get there.
You know, I haven't looked at like Deviant Art with that stuff. I gotta go look at that.
Rule 34 Arcane.
All right. So yeah, I caught up with the Penguin, and it was a really good episode. I gotta be near the end there, right? How many episodes is supposed to be in the Penguin? Because I think we're on 8 about to come up.
I think it was
the way things are happening,
9
are progressing.
Yeah,
has been we're getting to the finish line.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how many episodes supposed to be of the Penguin.
Yeah, I know it was. It was closer to the average of what, you know, these shows had been doing versus the shorter 8 episode. It's 8 episodes apparently. So
okay, so this is the last one coming up.
I was gonna say, yeah. Okay, yeah, because episode 7. So all right. Tonight's episode will be the last episode.
Oh, cool. Yeah, man. Because it did feel like this would be the last one, and yeah, man, it's this has been great. Like, this has been a great series. What we call it? What's his name? Colin
Colin
Farrell
Farrell.
has done a great job as Penguin. I mean, he's good. I love Sophia. Maybe Victor's cool, but yeah, they've done really good jobs with these characters. But yeah, this is pretty cool.
Now, does this feel like a Penguin show to you, or does it just feel kind of like a really good mafia style show? Are you
It feels
getting
like a
the
pink. I don't know. It feels like a Penguin thing.
okay?
It isn't. I don't know. I mean, compared to like Sopranos or something, hell no. It's not. It's not. It's not the type of like Bob show.
Yeah,
I mean, it has those Bob tendencies, but it definitely feels like a Penguin thing.
yeah. I was gonna say
It feels yeah.
from the first couple episodes, it seems like the focus is kind of around his character more so than the mob
Yeah.
itself. I'm just wondering if you're getting like the DC-ness of it, and I'm not totally
Yeah.
sure what that would be, but you're more familiar
I'm
with
trying
that
to
stuff.
think. Am I somewhat, but I don't know if it's just me putting it in, on my own. But I don't. I just never feel like, yeah, like, hey, this is just like a regular mob show. Like, I mean, it does have the mob element to it, but I don't know. It feels a little different too
Gotcha.
than like your traditional mob type of shows. And what hold up, I was about to say, darn, I forgot what I was about to say. But anyway, yeah. So, and I watched like one more episode of Tulsa.
Okay.
I think, yeah, it was great. It was him interacting with the guy who was trying to kill him, or something. Yeah, it's and also him dealing. Well, his um the black guy who's his driver also dealing with his father because his father knows he's doing something like illegal and stuff like that. So that's been coming to terms with that. Yeah, the show is still good, man. I mean, it's still funny. Did I watch anything else out there? Oh yeah, I want to also mention that Tony Todd. He's played Candyman. He was Worf's brother and Star Trek. He played multiple characters in Star Trek actually,
Oh, really?
but the most famous one was his Worf's brother. And he's been in a lot of things. I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of
Candyman
shows.
is
He
what
does
I always
voice.
remembered him as.
Yeah, he also did. Voice acted for characters. He has passed away recently. So,
Yeah,
was it yesterday he passed away?
that's when I
Or the day
saw
before?
the news. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw the news yesterday. Yeah. So yes, rest in peace. Yeah, he was a great actor, man. I mean, he played some good characters.
yeah.
But no, but what else? I thought I looked at oh, a trailer. That's right. I saw the Captain America trailer. So I saw Red Hawk. Like they showed him off. I guess he looked all right. I mean, the trailer looked fine. Like actually, I mean, it looked like a Captain America type of movie. Like how the second one was.
Oh, like Winter
how
Soldier. Yeah.
yeah, like Winter Soldier. Like it has that feel. It got me that feel, like government agency stuff happening, and it's kind of. I mean, the whole secret, like people being some secret thing being behind it. I guess it's not Hydra, but it does give that feel like, oh, we've done this before. It's like. I mean, yeah, organization, but whatever. I mean, it's comic book stuff, and I feel like I guess you could go but so far with this stuff, really. I mean, but it looked fun. It looked fun. It looked like something I would enjoy. And people who are into this would enjoy. Unless you don't like the whole idea of Black Captain America, maybe you won't enjoy it. But yeah. So yeah, I mean that was
I
cool.
don't trust this lady with an
so-
accent being this close to the president, Dominic. What's up with that?
um.
Yeah,
Well, hell,
this does seem pretty good. I
Trump,
mean,
Trump got Melania.
it's true. It definitely feels like they're going for more of a Winter Soldier vibe than anything else. Which I mean, like obviously that's been the most successful.
Because
Definitely.
I don't count Civil War. They call it Captain America. But I'm like, come on, man. That's freaking Avengers.
Yeah. I just mean like critically too. Is that's obviously one of the best movies. Yeah, Harrison Ford is the Red Hulk. I'm interested to see where that goes with that. I'm not super familiar with what the Red Hulk actually does in the comic books. Anyway.
Because I never read the comics. I seen it in the Avengers Assemble TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen him in the Hulk one that's come on. But I'm not really familiar with him. And then I'm thinking more like I would rather see Hulk go against him, but I guess because Hulk is just a doofus now in the Marvel universe, it kind of sucks. Like god damn, man, I definitely do not like the direction they did with Hulk, but whatever. Like I pretty much totally just don't care about the series. Like I said, it ended with Avengers Endgame, and everything else is just a whole lot more icing on the cake. Like it's just whatever. Like I'll just watch it, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't. It's not really a big deal. I'm not gonna go complain too much about it. I just say if it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, say hey, it's nice, it's good.
Yeah. Did you see this Thunderbolts trailer too?
Yeah, and we didn't. I guess we didn't talk about it, did we? Because I watched that weeks ago.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought there was a new one.
I mean, they have another one. I mean, because there was one that came out. I don't remember when, but it was one that came out some time ago. It was in the fall, but I just don't.
Okay. Yeah, this.
I don't know if that's
it
the
looks
same
like
one.
this one's new because IGN's got this up 17 hours ago. It very much feels like they're going for the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of quirky, team up film. I'm interested to see how this turns out.
I didn't know. I thought that stuff was Thunderbolt Ross. I thought that was where Red Hawk was going to be. And I was like, oh, Thunderbolts has nothing to do with Thunderbolt Ross. That's just a name. And I was like, oh, I don't know this team then. Like, I had known nothing about them.
My impression was that, like, yeah, they were basically named after, like, he was the one that started the program, but it seems like in this they're going to have Valentina, be the one that
but they said it based on the comics. It had nothing to do with him.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Yeah, it was called Thunderbolts. They were called Thunderbolts. It's not connected. It was not connected to him at all.
Okay.
I think later in the comics they said that he had
retconned it, so they're like everybody thinks it anyway.
No, I don't know if they retconned it, but I just think because they're government and he's with the government, like he had something connected to it. But they said like no, this group was done before Thunderbolt. I mean, Thunderbolt Ross was around because he was around because of the Hulk,
right?
But it was called Thunderbolts, not because of him. He had nothing to do with this because that's what I thought. I was like, oh shit, because that's why I was confused. I was thinking like. Because I was looking at this, I was like, hey, where's the Red Hulk at? Because that's what I was looking for. I didn't know Red Hulk was in Captain America. And I mean, not until I saw Thunderbolts. And that's like, oh, so this has nothing to do with Thunderbolt Ross. And I guess, do they ever call him Thunderbolt Ross in the Marvel Universe? I mean, in the movies?
MCU? I'm pretty sure they do, yeah.
Then see, See, now it becomes weird because of how you do it, how you did it.
Yeah.
Now it becomes different. Because if they do call him Thunderbolt Ross, then it's like, wait a minute, there's a thing called Thunderbolts. What does that even mean?
I wonder if how close these movies come out to each other, if they do try and make some attempt to clarify that connection. But they're also doing this weird thing where, like, it's called the Thunderbolts, but there's an asterisk by their name. So it's like, oh, they're not gonna be the Thunderbolts by the end of it or something.
Yeah, I don't know, and I wonder what they say. Like, oh, the president did okay this group, and he called them Thunderbolts. I don't know, but
and then he committed war crimes as the Hulk. So now we're gonna change our name.
Yeah, what comes out first? The Thunderbolts?
The Captain America. It comes out in February, and then Thunderbolts comes out in May, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I saw Thunderbolts. Like I said, I saw Thunderbolts trailer like a few some months ago. Well, I think it's with the D23 then.
Yeah. There was one. Yeah. There was one at D23 that I think that eventually got officially released after it getting leaked, and this is apparently D23 Brazil just happened. So I guess that's why we're getting this stuff.
So it's probably not that much difference than with what they showed off.
If I remember the first one correctly, yeah, this seems like all new stuff. So, but it definitely looks like they're trying to do the Guardians thing. So we'll see if it's successful.
Yeah, I really had no interest in it.
It's weird because you have characters like Ghost and Taskmaster who like weren't even really things in their own movies. It almost feels like they're just, filling out the squad, but hopefully this can be used to actually develop those characters a little more.
Yeah. Or just be like Suicide Squad and kill them.
They could do that too.
Yeah, I mean, no, nothing. Listen, not the movie, man. Whoever likes it, because look, I haven't even watched the second season of Loki. Still haven't seen, I still haven't seen the third Thor. I still haven't seen the third Ant-Man. I still haven't seen Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yeah,
I
that
still
comes
haven't
out
seen,
next week on Disney Plus.
Well, I'm not going to see Agatha. I mean, I'm not going to watch that. What? And you haven't watched Agatha. Like, you're supposed to be one talking about it. What other, it's another movie I think I haven't seen. What other DC movie? Oh, I haven't seen the third Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, I haven't seen, like, quite a few. Oh, I haven't seen Black Panther. Like, I haven't seen like, quite a few other stuff.
Yeah. The world's changed, Dominic.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Yeah. Well, DC. I just watched the Flash, but I haven't seen Aquaman. I don't know what else came up. Oh yeah, the Shazam.
You didn't watch Adam. Blue Beetle yet, right? Did you?
Yeah, Blue Beetle. Yeah. Blue Beetle, Black Adam, Blue Beetle. I haven't watched none of those.
God, I forgot about Black Adam. Yeah.
I still gotta finish watch. I started a little bit of Dune 2, Part 2. I gotta go back to that.
And now I didn't realize there's a Dune TV show coming out now.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing that advertised.
Yeah, I started seeing these advertisements, and I thought maybe that was the third movie because I thought they like filmed the two back to back or something. So I thought that third movie would be out pretty quickly. And it's just a TV show that takes place like 10,000 years before or something. I don't know, man.
That's a lot of shit. Yeah, technically I ain't watched The Boys last season.
Yeah.
Though I know what happened, so now I don't even care. I don't even care to watch it. I kind of just want to watch this new season.
Is it just because it's not interesting, or is it just?
Well, not. It's just that the questions I answered, I saw it and I didn't want to. I don't really want to go through it just to see them. Honestly, like I'm at the point where I want it to end. Like I wish last season was the last season. And plus, I saw how the comic book ends, so it's kind of going in that direction.
Okay.
So I'm kind of just like, I can wait on that. Yeah, I don't know. The Boys, I just not as interested as I started out as. I was like, I kind of wish last season was the final season, but I mean, whatever. Like Invincible, like, I hope this next season, like, I'm not really feeling, I mean, like, I like it, but I'm not really feeling it like I was, really. Like, I just need something to grab me. Like, I don't know what really grabs me, really, for a television show, right now.
You gotta watch Matlock.
Nah, yeah, my sister likes that show, so I know it's pretty bad. So it's not nah. I like what is that? Kathy Bates.
Yeah, Kathy Bates.
I like Kathy Bates. I don't know. I mean, maybe I have no idea. I've been watching like it's like Psych because I never finished that. I like the episodes I've seen, but I never finished it. And then I didn't realize how many seasons it was. I thought it was like only a few seasons, and I was like, oh shit, they did a lot of episodes. And that black guy gets sillier and sillier each season. Yeah, at first he looked like I never. At first he seemed like a more straight narrow dude,
Hmm.
but really conservative. But then he's become a lot sillier as the seasons go along. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I mean, it's still all right though. But now I think it's like I think I'm at the part where it's like jumped the shark because now that he got dating that girl, I was like, oh, I'm pretty much done now. So I was like, yep, it got to the part where he's dating the girl, the main girl of the show. So yeah, I'm pretty much over that. Yeah, man, it's not really much to check out. All right. Um, so what? I guess we get to what we're playing. So you played anything?
I was just playing a little cleanup in Zelda. Nothing really to talk about though this week. Just finished the game last week, so I was going through and getting some more of the hard pieces and trying to get 100% on that, I guess.
All right. So I've been playing some more Dragon Age Veilguard. I play a lot more now, and I have to say that as far as the criticism for the game, like this straight criticism before I get to it's like two sets. It's like two sets of criticisms. One criticism where people are like complaining about the wokeness and stuff. I'll get to that later, but I'm just talking about the criticism of people saying like how it's like the bad writing, um, gameplay not that great, and I know people say like they don't like how the visual art style. I've gotten used to it. I don't like I didn't hate the art style really. I didn't really hate it. I was kind of indifferent. Like it wasn't great, but it wasn't like I don't know like whatever. I do miss the kind of like the tone of the art style like before, like when it's more I don't know, drabby. I mean kind of that fantasy kind of like art style thing. This is kind of clean. It's like yeah, it's really different how Dragon Age was, but whatever. I mean I've got used to it now. The oh yeah, with the player creator, I mean I already talked about that. I already talked about that last week, so I ain't going through that shit. All right, but going to the game, like story wise, it's fine so far. I really don't like. I wouldn't say it was horrible or nothing. Like so far, it's all. I'm actually okay with it. Like I'm actually went in. Now I wouldn't think I was going to hate this game. Like honestly, I went in thinking like this was going to be one bad game and that I'm not going to line with the top critics or something like give it a nine. And I was like, I just think they had because I just said like, yeah, they got bad taste and that that's all right. That's just the world we live in now. People have horrible taste. But that's not side stuff. But no, but after playing some, like the game is fine to me. Like it's better. I mean, so far, I would say this. I'm enjoying this more than I did enjoy Inquisition because Inquisition, like I said, with the open world stuff, that really takes a toll and it makes you forget the story because you're doing all this stuff in the open world. Um, and like this extra stuff that's just filler is too much. This is more it is more streamlined, but the environments that you in they look great. They look great. Like when my PC's like I'm running a basic 970 man, so this my graphics are not gonna look that great, but I can see. I mean, I still like aesthetically like I can see like the world and stuff, and it's like man, this is great. And then when I see it on like somebody through YouTube or streaming or something, I was like, wow, yeah, the graphically this looks good. Gameplay wise, like the action is actually pretty good. Like, man, I enjoy it. Like, it has a like you have to really dodge and block, like counter and stuff like that, and use your powers. Then they have it where you can set up your teammates, tell them what to do with their powers. You just can't control them. Excuse me, unfortunately. Um, but even though this is good, I like people can say like, "Oh, it's really like Mass Effect," and some people they like that. Whereas me, it's like, yes, I actually like Mass Effect, but I want it just to be a Mass Effect. I didn't want this to be Mass Effect. I wanted this to be a different game. I wanted this to be more closer to our traditional Western RPG than action. And unfortunately, it looks like they're going that route with it. Like, so it's not so much that I hate this. Like, I don't like this gameplay. I think it's good. I think it's definitely fine. I just didn't want it for Dragon Age though. And like, I mean, it's a spectacle. Like going through it. I'm like, I put this game on hard. Even though I'm still using cheats, because I just don't want to. I don't want to kill the enemies too fast, so I put on hard. So it's like it takes me longer because, like I put cheats. I think I put cheats with like infinite potions, like not infinite health. Like if I could just like heal myself and stuff. But yeah, I like the whole thing of dodging and the counter and the skill sets. It's cool. With that, like it looks good. And the animation looks good. Like that's all good. But it's just that I want this in another game, not in this game. Like I want this game to be, it don't have to be exactly like Baldur's Gate hardcore, but a happy medium like Dragon Age Origins was. Dragon Age Origins wasn't hardcore. Like that wasn't hardcore Western RPG. That was like a good medium for me because I wasn't into hardcore Western RPGs, really like that. And that was a little more streamlined, whereas like a good in between. And that's what I kind of wanted, like just to better that, like to have that, but better. But you know, 2 went try to go actiony, but it went action, but it was bad. Like it was like going through action. Like I would always be like, yeah, let's get to this fight, hurry up before we get to the story. While Inquisition, it was probably like, to me, Inquisition is like a better version of 2. Like it was 2 but really improved, like almost like what 2 probably wanted to be as far as action and RPG. And that was okay, even though I still didn't like it, like but it was better. At least I can change characters and stuff like that. But this just said, now you're just playing as one character, which I'm thinking like, I mean, is that a budget thing, really? Or like, is it really just a choice? Like, if you could make it, like, was it a thing like, yeah, I just want to know, like, was it really like, hey, let's just make it so you just control this one character at the beginning, or was that a budget thing? That's what I'm curious about. And also, like, one of the voice acting in this game, I will say, it's not bad, but it's not really a lot of emotion. Well, I guess that could be equal to being bad, but it's not, her tone and everything is very monotonish. Not I would say monotone, but it's just like it's no emotion about it. It's very stoic and stale. How she talks, and it's like I don't get why they went that direction with her, especially if she's one of the main characters. She's the one of the first people. She's like the first person in your group, really. It's like her and the dwarf. The dwarf I find fine, even though I know some people complain about her, but I don't know. She sound all right to me. But her, yeah, I don't. And then someone told me that, like, they say they looked her up and this is her first voice acting job. That's like, wow. So they went really cheap with this. Like, no offense to her. I mean, but I feel like for BioWare, I'm like, you should be paying like known people. Like, what the hell? Like, this is a big game.
Yeah.
And you're a big studio. Like, you should be having, like, even if you know people, at least have the no talent. Like, hey, this is, we getting this, like, oh, this boy had to sound really good. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like, yeah, like maybe it's just budget reasons y'all had to go for this, but man, that sucks. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, not really feeling that. I mean, her character, like I just look at the character, like what I guess is fine, but that voice, yeah, it's not working for me. And I think somebody said it gets better later on, and I was like, I guess I mean we'll see, but that's yeah, man, that's not good for the start.
Yeah.
But the game overall, like I just met this new character, who I actually don't remember seeing in any previews before, so that's good to know to be like, oh, okay, I didn't see all the damn characters. And I'm not saying he wasn't in the previews. I'm just saying I didn't see him because, he, I like him. So far, he seemed like a guy who I probably want to have with me. Like, so far, I really have the dwarf most of the time with me. I might romance her. I don't know. Cause always that's just one of those bucket lists. I never fucked the dwarf. So I guess I put that out there. But yeah, the game so far, I can't say I hate it, man. Like I mean, I'm enjoying what I'm playing so far. So so yeah, I'm not feeling like that's bad. And I'm not saying those people are wrong because opinions, man. It's opinions can't be wrong, unless I say it is.
They can just be bad.
It's just like, but I mean, I can see though, like I can understand, like if you think it's bad, it's not like I can't see that. Like I can't see like I can see why like certain people wouldn't like it, and I was like, okay. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's still all right with me. I mean, I think the overarching story is fine. I think the dialogue sometimes it's not hitting with people. Like there was a scene that it seemed cringe when I saw it on YouTube. Watching it in the game, I wasn't as cringe. It's just like something I didn't laugh at, but it was like whatever. Or maybe because I saw it before. I don't know. But it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. And like so far it's fine. Like so far it's fine right now. I mean it could change. Like I said, it's RPG, so I'm still closer to the beginning than the end. But I played a lot, and I have not seen any of the quote unquote wokeness yet in this game. So, I mean, I can say this after a few hours playing the game. It's not. I would say like it's not like it's full, like full of what you would call like gender identity politics or something like that. So, like, I think that's a little misleading if you see that or you think that's what it is. It's not. I think it's more closer to what Spider-Man is, where you're going to have spots where it has something, but the overall game is not that. It's just sections of the game. But I am curious to see like how that goes though. When I get to those sections, how I feel about them and if they're done very well in those spots. And even though I always feel like in a fantasy setting, I always, especially the most modernized stuff, I always felt like for me personally, that if it's done in a way where it's kind of using like a metaphor kind of way of something that's current, like how, oh, people are racist against elves or something like that. And it's like, oh, you can equate that to racism of our day. Yeah. But if you want to put something that's something with gender politics on, but something that kind of, that will really be more organic within that world where I can say, oh, this really works. And somebody was telling me like this is a fantasy book that does it very well. Because they say compared to this game, like the game doesn't do it well. It's too much, it's too on the nose with it, and it's like it's teach you a lesson. While this fantasy book, which is about a person with identity disorder, but it's done very well. Which I forget the title. I'll say it next book. I just gotta remember to write that down to remember the next podcast because I'm curious about that book. But yeah, that does that, and for someone that recommends, because it says like it's not like a thing that just be on the nose. It's more, but it is a story. Yeah. But it works, and I was like, okay, I get that. Like yeah, because someone like that looking at it, I'll listen to their opinion because you can tell when somebody's just don't like it. Like say, hey, I don't agree with this, and look, that's your prerogative. That's your prerogative. You agree with it, but it also changes because while me, I'm more indifferent. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm not big like like I'm not against, not totally against it. Really, like it's not something but it is also not a deal breaker for me in a game. Like it's like, yo, the game is good. It won't, that stuff won't matter to me. Because like it is what it is. It's like, I don't go like, oh, because I don't agree with this. Like it's like, I don't agree with this kind of lifestyle. So but I mean, that's your prerogative, but it's not mine's. And I would like, yeah, and I would be happy to know, like, is it because you don't like this game because of that? Because then it would change me how I would look at your, like, what your view of the game is too. Because it's like, okay, I gotta find somebody who looks at it differently because you don't like it for that various reasons. Because look, I'm not a guy who likes to murder people, you know, but but you know, I'm all against that. But hey, man, I'm not in the gaming world. I mean, it's just different, you know. It's just like whatever. And like I said, I like a good story, man. I like a good story, and those kind of things. Yeah, that's all I really want. And so far, I mean, this game got me interested. It got me interested to continue to play. So yeah, I'll continue to play that game. I don't record it because my PC's very old. So it doesn't look that great, and you will not. And I want to give that game deserves, you know, to be at least seen for what it is. Because I feel like I'll be hurting the game if I show it now. So yeah, this is it. This is like, oh, the people's like, oh my god, this game looks like shit. But no, because I played it on like a 970, so like, yeah, but hey, it runs. That's the thing. It's like, hey, good. This game still runs, even though Nvidia's telling me, oh, thing is too outdated for this, basically.
We're not even gonna try and optimize for you.
Yeah, like where it shows you like how much GPU is using. Like I like that some games do that. They tell you like, oh, like how much RAM is using, either VRAM or whatever. And I think the most you can use is like 3.9. I mean, like the limit. Like my limit is like 4, and I'm at 3.9. I'm at 3.9 on that. Like when it first started, I was above it, and it still ran. But I was like, let me just try to get below it, and I got it below to 3.9. So there you go. Like I'm at my limit on this game. But yeah, it's cool. I'm all right so far. I also played some more Metaphor. I went to play some Metaphor because I was like, I gotta get some recordings for this podcast. So since I'm playing this, I can't record. So let me play some Metaphor. So I played that, and I got further in that, and yeah, the story in this. So it's like, damn, man, these two good RPGs. I mean, this year's been really good at RPGs. It's just unfortunate that they are on systems or I can't run it on my PC. They're on systems I don't have, or I can't run it on my PC. Like Dragon's Dogma 2 came out this year. Final Fantasy Rebirth came out this year. What else you have? Something else came out this year too. I can't remember, but yeah, we had some RPGs that really came out this year. That are pretty big. But like Metaphor, yeah, I got to a point now, like in the game, a lot of things are escalating. I'm still at the beginning portion though, but I'm more getting into the meat of it, like the story and everything. So yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I like the battle system they have here. It's very similar to Persona, the Persona game, and that's fine because I like the battle system on that game, and the story. It's really interesting because I still want to know what is this world, and like how it's connected to our world. It seems like our world because like I said, they say that it's a world where everybody is equal and give the mirror, and I'm like, that's still not our world, but I guess it's more equal than their world. That just shows how shitty their world is. That's basically. but it's what people, who are in denial imagine our world is. People who say there's no racism. That's how, I guess that's how the world's looked at, basically. People say that, people who say like, hey, everything should be based on merit. That those people, how they see the world. But yeah, what else have I played? Yeah, that's pretty much it for Metaphor. What else have I played? Ratchet and Clank. I played some more of that. The newest Ratchet and Clank on Rift Apart on PlayStation 5. I've been playing some more of that. That game is too nice. It is very, yeah, man. I mean, like, the story and dialogue, like Ratchet, I'm used to Ratchet of the PS2 days having a little attitude. And, like, Clank was the really, stoic, like, robot guy and nice guy. And now it's just, everybody's just nice. It's like it's been, like someone says, like, it's written for babies, not kids, but babies. And they can't play the game. So you don't know what this game is for, or something like that. And yeah, I just wonder, like, with the Insomniac, like, because I see Spider-Man like that now, and like Spider-Man, I just something like, oh, just friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And I guess, yeah, Spider-Man's a nice dude. And I guess I don't know when that changed, because I am reading the very old Spider-Man, like, and that dude had an attitude. And then I think about the 90s Spider-Man. He had attitude too. So I don't know when this Spider-Man came about, who is very nice. And I'm thinking, like, the only one I know is the Sam Raimi one. And like, I'm thinking he's actually the outlier to the ones I actually know. Yeah. Like, I've honestly, even though it felt like, oh, that's Spider-Man, because if you say that's Spider-Man, I was like, is that what you think Spider-Man is? Or certainly, yeah, I'm not saying, because it's so many comics, it's different versions of these characters, like these guys. So I'm sure there's a comic where Spider-Man is like Superman, like Boy Scout. Like, I'm used to Spider-Man having, like he's a good guy. He cares for his aunt. I mean, but you also, like Spider-Man's not bad. I wouldn't say he's bad. Just he doesn't take shit, though. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like, he's a good guy, but push comes, like, if you push him, he'll push back. Like, it's funny how I look at the old, I'm so off the charts. I was supposed to talk about Ratchet and Clank, and I'm probably going to talk about Spider-Man. But I'm talking about basically Insomniac. But Insomniac, like, Ratchet and Clank is written nicely, and it seems like it's not just like Spider-Man. It's like they're doing that with all the games. I think even older Ratchets, not the one on PS2, but even they were changing. Some people say it started changing later on PS3, that they started changing Ratchet to be much nicer. And some people say, hey, that's growth. Like, maybe Ratchet growth from being an attitude. And I say, shut up. Because they're not, most people are not that complicated that they did that. He doesn't
have the 90s grime anymore, Dominic. I know it was the early 2000s, but it was still a holdover from the 90s.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. But no, I'm like, nobody, yes, no. It's one thing, like, it's a difference. Like, it's not saying, like, I'm not saying, like, being a good guy. Like, you can still be a good guy, but it's just that the way he talks, it's like, so, it doesn't feel real. It's like, he just, like, and like the kind of story that go with is something like like you tell your daughter, for like, hey, see, this is how you should treat people, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, nobody in real life talks like this. Like, it's really weird. And just as I was saying with Spider-Man, is that how, like, I always wondered, like, how did he get to a point where, like, because he used to be a guy who, like, Flash would bully him, but he would never take shit from Flash. He wouldn't be like, he would fuss back with him. Yeah. And I was like, oh, when did they change it then? Because I didn't know. I thought in the early Spider-Man, because I never read them. I never read, like, the first comic books. Like, I thought in those comic books, like, he was a nerd, and Flash would bully him, and he'd just be like, I'm avoiding fighting.
Yeah.
He wasn't like that. I mean, I think he pushed, but I mean, he wouldn't fight, but he would he would say stuff. He would like when Flash call him a name, he'll call Flash a name too, or something like that, or he said something slick back as Flash. Like I'm not. I was like, oh, this is. So when I always wonder, like, okay, what year did it change where they made him more nerd when he was younger? Then, because he seems pretty cool to me right now. Like he seems pretty like an all right dude. Like he no, and then I think like he actually does seem like an everyday dude. Because not everyday dudes are like he's a guy. Yeah, he's not a guy who's go out to start a fight, but he also is not a guy who's just going to be bullied like that too. But yeah, he wasn't like a Boy Scout, like a Superman or something. Like they kind of made that him in an Insomniac games, and there's the way you just talk to people and stuff. Like it just seems so. What the hell?
It's almost like he was a good guy in kind of a rough world, so he was dealing with that. And now he's like a good guy in the best world.
Yeah, in the best kind of world. Like everybody's so nice. It's like this is fucking New York City. What the fuck is this? it's like what the hell is this? Like this is so weird. This is almost like utopia, like what people want the world to be. Which that's nice, but also, what the hell? like, come on, man. You gotta. I don't need to feel exactly like New York, but you make it a little grindy, And like I'm trying to help clean it up and keep it nice, but I don't know. It's just a weird approach to what they're taking. Yeah. And I will say that about Dragon Age, it is a little too clean. It is. I want to say that. I want to say a little too clean. It's a little cleaner than like the previous Dragon Ages so far. But there's some stuff like the way I was told about Dragon Age is that I really thought it was going to be a whole lot nicer. Say, hey, everybody's really too nice. Now, your character is, I will say that. Like, you don't really say anything that's really, like, it doesn't feel like, you can say something that's more demanding, but it doesn't feel like, I wouldn't say evil, but it just doesn't feel like the old games. Like, you could really tell somebody off or even tell, like, it'd be a little, like, strong against your, teammates by saying something. I haven't gotten that yet, basically. So I do see what people mean about it being nice, but I thought it was going to be something like Spider-Man nice, but it's not that bad. All right, so I've been playing some more well, I don't know if I mentioned it last podcast, but maybe I did. Paper Mario 64 on the Nintendo.
You briefly mentioned it.
Emulator. Yeah, I played some more of that. Really enjoying it. Like it's pretty funny. It is a pretty funny game, and it's it's really well done because I didn't realize it was like a 2D, 3D world. Like basically you want 2D, but it's 3D world. I didn't really know that. Honestly, about the game, I really thought it was just a 2D game.
Mm-hmm.
And like the different mechanics of the game, like switching the characters, of course, like they always had a mechanic of like timing your hits and stuff like that. It's still fun to do that. It really makes it fun to get into battles. And it's not too difficult, which I'm happy to about. It's a fun game, and I enjoy it. Like it's charm, like the charm of it and things of that nature. That people talk about this game. I also play some StarCraft because StarCraft is finally on Xbox Game Pass. I went back to play the first one because I hadn't played that game in so long, and this is the StarCraft remastered. So I never played this one, and it definitely looks remastered. I mean, it still looks like more like what you thought you played. Like how they do those games. Yeah, so it gives a good job of that. Like, but I can tell because I have played StarCraft, but then a little over a decade ago, a little over that because when I remember I got my PC laptop and I was getting StarCraft 2. I was like, I want to play StarCraft 1 again, and I remember how that game looks. Like, man, this game looks old. And with this one, I was like, okay, I see how they done it, and they even changed some of the computer animated the characters when they talking to you, how they look, their profile pictures, because they move kind of. They were already like in 3D, like, and stuff like that, and which was cool back then, but they really cleaned it up, and I think they even just look different, and they look all right. So yeah, I just played like a couple stages on that so far in that game. Um, yeah, so I'm like happy. It's like, yay, we finally can play this game. I wish I can. I wish it was like a cloud, where I have to download it. Even though I mean, StarCraft Remastered doesn't take up much. But hey, at least we got it. At least we finally got it. And I didn't have no troubles downloading it because I'm scared to download things from BattleNet. I swear, because ever since Diablo 4, download that thing, it was just like hell. And I'm glad I just simply just went and download. And I played some Vampire Survivor. Well, let me say about Black Ops. I play a little Black Ops. I play a little bit of the zombie stuff, and I play like 2 stages in the campaign. And it's okay. No, the campaign is actually it's probably a little more than okay. Like, I did like the stage that was the stealth kind of stage. You don't have to be stealthy. You could go in guns blazing. I went in guns blazing on a part of it, but then another part though I actually did sneak in around, and it's good. It's like it's a little more open that way of what the game, which I do like. So Vampire Survivor, they had the Castlevania DLC. I played through that, and it's huge. The map is huge. I don't think there's no way you could do the whole map in one go. Like, because you got to collect keys, you got to beat bosses. At least those items do carry over though. So like, when you play it again, you don't have to look for the key for that specific door again. That door is open. And there's a lot of things from Castlevania in there. I like the music is good, man. I like they have the original music, and then like a stylized version of the Castlevania music. You'll unlock certain characters as you play through the stage, or do certain achievements of a specific character. Will unlock a character. I can't even tell you who I had, because I don't remember them. I know it wasn't the regular Simon Belmont, so I don't have him. I know I had a woman. Excuse me, I played as, and 2 dudes. I know, there's like this chain whip that I had, and one whips, like they had different type of whips down. Like, it's a sonic whip. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's cool, and it seems like the enemies change not only with the time, but I think also with where you are on the map too. I want to say I could be wrong, but it just seems like every time I went into the castle, I wasn't the same zombies I was fighting outside. And like I'm wondering if that's really the case, or was it just coincidence at the time I went to the castle was the same time that they're supposed to show up. I don't know, but I really think I think it is. I think it is just the certain stages of that castle you go in, the enemies do change, and possibly maybe the amount changes too as time goes on. But you also get a part of the stage where you, I guess, because in the one of those Castlevania games, you face yourself like a mirror, like somebody comes through a mirror, it's like yourself.
That sounds right.
And yeah, because you get to a part where you do that, and did the timer stop? I want to say I don't know if the timer stops or not. I didn't notice that. I gotta look at that, because you're fighting yourself this time. Like, you gotta go around. I mean, then you kind of lose all your powers, but then as time goes on, you start gaining your powers, and you jump automatically. Like, as you jump in, like you when I kind of walk towards it, it kind of jumps. I don't understand how that works. Like, how is it like, okay, like, is it like timing or what? I don't know, but conveniently sometimes I do jump. I was like, yay, and sometimes I don't though. Yeah, man, it is fun. Because I think the girl who I was, her defense is real low, because I died a few times against that fighting myself, because like every time I got close, I had to go. I went through it, and it just like my health would just go down. But the other times I beat it a whole lot easier with some other characters. You get bosses, like you go to these places where you fight bosses, and each boss gives you something to unlock. So, like I said, it might give you a key. You don't have to fight that boss again if you, because then the door is already open. Or you can fight it because you do get treasure or something from it with it. And then there's a special whip that says if you after each boss it gets stronger.
Oh, cool.
Which I'm curious. Is that wait a minute, but so if I take that whip and use it in another stage where they don't have those bosses, so will the whip just be this like, well, I wouldn't say weak, but it won't be able to level up. I wonder how that works. Yeah. So yeah, man, that it's a lot to that. Like it is just one stage, but it's a huge stage with a lot of stuff to do. That you won't be able to do on your first go or probably even second or third go. But it's fun, man. It's fun. This game is just, I mean, this overall game is just awesome. That what they got. Like now with all the DLC, it's probably almost. I wonder how much it costs. Like they buy all the DLC and the main base game. Like how much that all costs. Maybe it costs just as much as the game, but I don't even think it's like
slightly over $10 at most.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not even like $20 maybe.
No, but I don't even think it's close to that because it's like 2, 5, and 5 maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a good price, and I think they'll probably be updating for a while. So maybe by the time they finish, like if they just stop, maybe it will be because of all the DLC they have, but it'll be a lot. Like this game is just so addictive or something, man. I really like it. So that's it for what I've been playing. So I guess we take a quick break. When we get back, get to the flashback segment.
All right,
and we're back. So now we're flashbacking to 2014. So we're starting at the beginning of November because last week we did the video game cover magazine covers. Mm-hmm. So we're going from the 4th because I guess that came out the other 3 days to whatever date we are now, 10th. Okay. So what we got up here first? We got Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This is when Warfare finally goes to the future. We are running on walls, which people, I guess some people hate it, which I like.
Call of Duty cool. Titanfall.
Yeah. Yeah, you got like you're in the near future. You got these guns, special guns. You also have what's his name?
Kevin Spacey.
What's his name? Yeah, Kevin Spacey was the lead in this. As the lead bad guy. He was the big star. And I mean, this is like Kevin Spacey's basically like last big peak because he was in House of Cards and stuff, you know, he was doing great in that, and now Call of Duty. I mean, he's a great actor. And so this is so this was one of those cool things that Call of Duty has. Like, oh yeah, they got a big name star and he's doing it. And he was alright from what I played. Like he was alright bad guy. I don't remember much from this game. Was this the one that did the grave thing where it said press A to
press F to pay respects or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't remember honestly which one that was. Press F to pay respects. Yes, this was the game.
This was
this
it.
Is
okay,
when the meme was born, Dominic. The meme is 10 years old now.
Yeah, because I was trying to remember. Because I remember I did it. I played in a Call of Duty. I just remember which one it was. This is the one. So it's just so funny because like why? Because what else are you going to do? Why you just put this? Like you could literally just make that just part of the cutscene. Like you don't like. I have to interact that way. Like if you're gonna give me an option to pay respects, give me an option to not do it. Then. I mean, if you're
press
gonna
Q
do that,
to flip the bird.
Why are you saying that? It's just so meaningless. It's like what the fuck. But yeah, this game did the story. The story was all right. I think I really enjoyed the story. And yeah, I think I actually was playing on my PC, but this is when it was getting to the point where, my PC, it's not playing these games all the way up to the full potential, like the other Call of Duties. I had to tone it down a bit, but I did get it running. But yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Darn, I kind of actually want to play this again. I wish Xbox would just put all the Call of Duties up here so I can just play them.
Would be
All right,
nice.
what else? What else is up here? Ratchet and Clank, up your. Oh shit! I am gone too far. Was this it? This is the only game that was worth talking about this week for 2014.
That's the only one I saw in there.
Damn, I'm looking.
Yeah, everything
Oh,
else is. But
wait a minute.
that's a re-release.
No,
Yeah.
that's the re-release. Okay.
I checked the date on it. I was like, pretty sure we talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Darn it. Frozen Synapse Prime. Whatever the hell that is. We got to talk about the BioShock Infinite, the Complete Edition. That's like so.
And here I thought we needed to talk about Planes, Fire, and Rescue.
Man, the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. This is not the first.
It might have been, but it's the rebirth. It's not the original release of the game. So.
Oh, I thought it was actually a sequel. I thought it was just a play on words. All right, so yeah, that's it for the first week of games. Man, how different things are compared to when we go to 2004.
Yeah.
So 2004, we're going back 20 years ago. 20 years ago, we had Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal released, man, for the PS2. This was a great platformer. I had so much fun. To me, it was the best Ratchet and Clank game. Even though I see people say Commando, and I would have to read to see why that is a thing, because I just thought it got better.
It's a better pun, but going Commando.
Or I think maybe because it was that girl. What we thought at the time was a girl Lombax, until they retconned it. Maybe that's why they liked it. They liked the girl Lombax. But yeah, I like Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal because I used to like the progression in that game, the whole leveling up system and things, and the little disc game you used to play. Like they had the Cork platformer thing in there, where you get these little cartridge games and you play as Cork, and you learn about Cork's adventures that he went on before he turned bad. Yeah, like that game was man, God, that game was awesome. Like that game was great. At times, probably was my favorite platformer for the PS2 overall. Well, action platformer. All right. What else did I have? Oh yeah, this did have multiplayer. I want to say yes, it did have it, but I didn't have the online. I didn't have a modem for my PS2, so I never got a chance to experience that. All right, so now, Spyro: A Hero's Tale came out. Well, this is like Insomniac's first like game, and well, it's not them anymore because now they're kind of been there with what are they? Well, Vivendi, because it was Universal, and Universal went to Vivendi Universal. It was developed by Eurocom Entertainment Software.
Yeah, I basically highlighted this as in a juxtaposition to Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal.
Yeah,
they released it particularly well.
Yeah, it really just it released at the same. It was just same, almost the same. Yeah, well, just a day after. So same week. Like as Ratchet and Clank, like what the heck's? It's like, oh look, they're competing against each other.
Yeah.
At least with Spyro, they're on 3 consoles because it's on GameCube and Xbox also. Only got like a 60 on Metacritic. What did Ratchet get on Metacritic? It got to be in the 90s. Yeah, 91. It got 91 on Metacritic. What else we got here? We got EverQuest 2 came out. The sequel to EverQuest, which was like one of the biggest massively multiplayer RPGs out there. World of Warcraft already came out, right? Yes. World of Warcraft already came out. So this is like so that became like the biggest one. And EverQuest 2 is like, I guess we were trying to see like, hey, what can EverQuest 2 do? World of Warcraft is still king. EverQuest 2, I mean, it had its following though. I mean, they had people up there to go. Shucks. To this day, I mean, it has expansions.
That's crazy.
For it. Yeah, November. Oh, well, the expansion comes out later this month.
Whoa.
Scars of Destruction. And expansion had came out last year around this time. Ballads of it seemed like they all come out at the same time. Each year, almost every year, there's been an expansion that happened in November or December.
I think they might be overstating what an expansion is. They're like, hey, we got a big update. Here you
go. Yeah, so I mean, hell, people are still playing this game. So there you go. This was published by Square Enix in Japan.
Oh wow.
And Ubisoft in the EU.
Huh.
And it's Daybreak in the North America. Daybreak Games. This is gone from Sony. So Sony,
I guess,
originally developed and published by Sony and released. Did they sell it off? February 2015, Sony Online Entertainment's parent company, Sony Computer Entertainment, sold it to an investment company in Inception Acquisitions, where it continues to develop and publish the game under its new name, Daybreak Game Company.
Oh, okay. Good on them for actually just letting it go and seemingly sort of thrive.
Yeah, exactly. And it says this game is set in the alternate future of 500 years after the events of the first Everquest. So it's another timeline. It's another universe thing.
It's always a multiverse, Dominic.
Yeah, never played EverQuest. Never played it all. Never even touched it.
Yeah, my experience was just watching the MMORPG show that was on like G4 TV or whatever. They would always have like skits that were acted out. But I think that was even EverQuest 1.
That's about to say. I remember that from EverQuest 1. They did that. I don't know if they did EverQuest 2. So I never experienced this game, but I always heard about it. I thought I was going to play it on PS2. So yeah, I'd be able to play it, but then I realized that I had to buy this modem and all this shit, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. It's not my thing. Because my friend had the game, and he was saying, it's just, I was watching him play, and I was like, yeah, it looks boring. This looks pretty boring.
As it turns out, yep.
Also, what else came out? Mario Power Tennis came out for the GameCube. Did you play this, I guess?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this game back in the day. You know, it was obviously the first one was the Nintendo 64 one, but this was the first one on the quote-unquote next generation, and the characters looked awesome. You know, we're talking about GameCube graphics here, Dominic. So yeah, this is where I spent the most time of my Mario Tennis playing. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I never played this one. Honestly, I think the only one I really played was the Switch one. I don't think I ever played any other ones. This got rated okay. It got an 81 on Game Rankings and an 80 on Metacritic. But it got low scored for the Wii version.
That's what I was just going to say. It's so funny that, you know, it's basically the same game, but with Wii controls added, I assume, and people were like, no,
wait a minute.
This is trash.
I thought this was... Oh, Wii. I'm thinking about Switch. Okay, yes. The Wii, yeah. Yeah, you would think, it would be Wii controls, but did they just kind of slap it on? They didn't,
Yeah. Or the game was just never good, Dominic, and people were looking back at it, and they're like, no, this is trash.
All right, so, oh, crap. There is an early NFL game on, because they're in Germany. I didn't know. Oh, it's the Giants versus Panthers? Oh, God. Yeah, you Germans, y'all deserve that game. Y'all deserve that.
For your crimes. This is what you get.
All right, what else we have here? We got, I'll save this one. Also came out, Jak 3. Think about that. Jak 3 came out days after Ratchet and Clank. I mean, that is so crazy that this was seen okay. And they both still sold. That's how good money was back then, people. That's how good the money was. Like, people could just go I'm buying another game.
Living high on the hog.
Yeah, y'all talking about now. It's like, hey man, these systems are actually cheap. They would cost like $1 billion back then. And it's like, dude, the money was good. It was coming. We were swimming in it, Daniel.
Yeah.
but Jak 3, man. Yeah, this was great. See, I didn't get these games though until they were not Player's Choice. Greatest
Greatest
Hits.
hits, yeah.
Yeah, I got both of them around the same time. I think I got them both around the same time as Greatest Hits. And yeah, I mean Jak 3 was good. Jak 2 is still probably the overall best, even though I was frustrating as hell. I would say Jak 3 I wasn't as frustrated with in that game. But I remember Jak 2 a lot more than Jak 3 because I think Jak 2 I actually beat multiple times. Jak 3 only beat once. Um, I think I got the Strategy Guide still here up on my bookshelf. But Jak 3, yeah, because this is when you meet your father. Well, spoiler alert, you don't know that's your father until the end. Well, Jack doesn't know that's his father to the end. I knew it was his father near the beginning, and I was just wondering why he was so stupid. I didn't know. But yeah, so yeah, that game. I know you deal with the desert because you're kind of outside the city. You were kind of in the desert a lot in that game. It was really like a direct. It was really like a direct continuation of two. And I just don't remember the ending that well. So I know overall it was an okay game, but it wasn't as good as two. Like even story wise, I don't think it was even as good as two. But it's like That's one of those games I want to play again, just so I can really just see how it was. Like maybe I like it more, or like because I just don't remember it. But I mean, I did like it. Like they did have more guns in this one, but it's not like Ratchet. Like Ratchet is just guns, guns, guns galore. Jak 3 wasn't that type of game. But this was the last platforming game that I want to say Naughty Dog did. I mean, there was other Jak games. Did they do the Jak for PSP?
I
The
don't
Daxter?
think so. I think
Daxter?
that was like Ready
Oh.
at Dawn or something, maybe.
Oh, they did. They did the Daxter game. Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm confusing that with somebody else, but I don't think it was. Oh no, yeah, it was Ready at Dawn and Implicit Conversions Inc. who did
Oh,
Daxter.
okay. Okay, so yeah, so this has got to be like one of the last ones because I don't know if they did that playing game. It was like a Jak playing game.
Oh yeah, the Better Than Mario Kart game.
No, no, I didn't. I don't think I ever said that one. I just said Crash. Crash was. Um, yeah, that Jak. Well, yeah, Jak X Combat
Oh yeah, that's what
Racing.
it
That's what I
was. Yeah,
followed. Yeah, but it was a plain one too. I thought it was one where you unless are you in a plane in this one too? And I just didn't know. I could have sworn I saw a plane flying. Um, Naughty Dog did develop this, the combat racing. Okay,
Oh, wow.
well that's not a platformer. That's a racing game.
Yeah.
So that was their last racing game. You know, because they did Crash. Um, so this was their last probably racing game, which it got a 76 on Metacritic.
It was also their last Jak game. They were like, "All right, we give up on the series now."
Yeah, now we're gonna do real people.
Oh, are we gonna get Last of Us racing? It's grand tradition now, Dominic.
Yeah. Or just combine it with the Uncharted so you can have more characters.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
The Naughtyverse.
Let me see. See, now you got me. I gotta look it up, man. I gotta look to see the Jak and Daxter playing game. Do do. The Lost Frontier. Okay, that there it is. Maybe it's not a plane game because there's a plane on front though. But I think you fly. You do fly in it, but I don't think that's. I don't know if that's the whole game. Maybe I mean, yeah.
God,
You have a plane.
the last Jak and Daxter game that got made was a PSP game.
Yep.
That's
Not
crazy.
yeah. 2009. And High Impact Games made it.
They didn't make that big of an impact, let me tell you.
All right. Where I'm at here.
The big
So,
one.
well, hold on. Wait a minute, because I gotta make sure this isn't. Well, there's a couple because the ones I wrote down.
Okay, these are for
And
that one too. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we got Sonic Mega Collection Plus was released. I had this game. This is like with all the Sonic games for just $20.
This is when I knew that we, as the GameCube, had conquered Sega, Dominic.
Like it was only for like $20 for this, man.
Yeah.
And well, actually, I forgot what the plus was. I forgot what the oops, I didn't even do that. I forgot like what the extra game they put in there was.
Mr. Bean Machine or whatever, right?
yeah, it's probably a game I didn't
Dr.
play.
Robotnik's Bean Machine.
But yeah, man, it was crazy that this like because that's why I get mad at these collections when they don't have something. It's like, what the fuck? This game had everything. This game had everything. It's like, why don't you have everything? Yeah, because that's Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and they automatically do the all connection stuff with it. Mm-hmm. Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Sonic the Hedgehog, the 8-bit version. I didn't even know there was, because I was like, what the fuck is that? Oh, the Game Gear. Yes, I had that one. I didn't really like that one that much, but hey, Sonic Labyrinth. I didn't have that one. I don't think I played it. I mean, if I played it, I just don't remember. Sonic Drift. That was a racing game, which was on the Game Gear. And Sonic Chaos. I did have that game. Yeah, that was actually the first Sonic game I had on my Game Gear. Sonic Blast, which is the Game Gear version. It's really supposed to be 3D Blast, but I guess
they couldn't do 3D. They couldn't do 3D.
And then Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine on there. Yeah, I was a little pissed off though that they didn't have Sonic Triple Trouble in this package. That was the only game they didn't have. Yeah, I'm looking, but they had Comic Zone, and they had these other games you can unlock. Like
that's how you know Sonic Triple Trouble's real bad, Dominic.
Yeah, that was the only disappointment. But yeah, man, I mean, this thing was like $20. What else am I looking at here? Damn, I got a lot of windows open here. Damn, Jesus. All right. WWE SmackDown versus Raw was released.
Who was on the cover of that?
PlayStation. I don't remember.
Let's see.
But oh, okay. Go ahead. Yeah, this was the first SmackDown versus Raw, because then it started coming out like yearly, and then until they changed the name. But
he who shall not be named is on the cover of SmackDown vs. Raw.
Vince McMahon?
Yes.
Oh, darn.
Soon to be pardoned once he's charged with his crimes, Vince McMahon.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Donald Trump is going to help him out. Yeah, with that fucking dyed hair and mustache.
I'm glad we could finally help out Salvador Dali.
But yeah, I never played this, but I just thought it was a good mention because this is like the first of many, like the start of them going like
away from just the SmackDown brand. Yeah, because remember it used to be SmackDown on the PlayStation, and then Raw was the Xbox brand.
Yeah, then it said it's gonna have both there. That's what we're doing. Now who was the publisher for this?
Let's see. THQ, I think, still at that point. Yeah, THQ.
Oh, okay.
And it had online.
Oh, yes. Here's some news. Electronic Arts, the company at this time, they lowered the retail price of their new sports games. You know, they were $50, but they lowered them to $29.95, basically $30. for NHL 2005, NFL 2005, NBA Live 2005, and NCAA Football 2005. Even though that got lowered to $39.95. What the fuck?
It's because people
Why
were still buying that.
that
Nobody wanted
GC
live.
that is well not live, but only NFL 2005 because that's more than NFL 2005. So people were buying NCAA football
Yep.
more than the actual pro. That's crazy. Yeah, I know I was because I think this year. No, this year I actually did buy both because I want to say Ray Lewis was on the front of NFL 2005. But yeah. So because ESPN, the reason why they lowered their price is because ESPN 2K5 was $20. Which is both the basketball and the football were $20, and the college football and the college basketball. Because I bought both for the basketball one, the NBA and the college one, because I was like, oh damn, $20, and I was like, yeah, I went in and when I got those, and plus I like 2K basketball anyway better than live, mainly for me it wasn't even gameplay because I don't really care about gameplay because I just play on easy anyway. So. And I just like to just pretend like I'm awesome and I'll just be beat up on teams. But the ESPN, because they had an ESPN license. So I was like, yeah, it's just like ESPN. So, because they were selling. The 2K was really selling it. And then this is when the NFL died. NFL died after this because they wanted to go just sell to one company. And not like as an auction. It's like, hey, we can take the highest bidder and not have multiple companies have their brand, which is like, damn. It's like, you ruined it for us. You ruined it. Because of your greed.
Yep. Yeah. Competition. That's what we need, Dominic. This proves it right there. This is just a metaphor for all competition.
Yeah, it damn sucked. And that was the last time. I was really hoping that the games would be $20 every year after that, but that did not happen.
NFL was like, we can't be having you sell this game for $20. We can't make profit off of that. $30.
Oh, and also Take-Two Interactive acquired Firaxis Games.
Hey, we know them.
Yeah, so they became part of them, and then later on, 2K.
Yeah.
Will be. Now, honestly, I still don't know how that works. Are they like did Take-Two 2K acquired them, or what is that like? And then when they acquired them, they acquired those companies. Like I don't know how that acquisition worked.
Yeah. Yeah. Take-Two acquired 2K?
Okay, so Take-Two acquired 2K.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. All right, so then, so soon Take-Two will be taking 2K.
Yeah, when did that happen?
Also, Take-Two is American. I was thinking they were British.
Nah, the 2K stuff, I think some of them are, like, obviously Rockstar stuff, but yeah, America doing what it does best. Taking over other countries.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I know Take-Two from Rockstar. That's like where I know them from. But that's what I'm saying. I thought because of Rockstar, I thought they were because that's the only game I used to know from Take-Two. It. Dang. So yeah. Oh yes, and we're not done. So we have one big one that came out this week. Halo 2 was released 20 years ago. So 20th anniversary of Halo 2 is happened on November 9th. This was so huge, like, for Xbox, because this Halo was like really like one of the biggest games on Xbox, and it released on launch, and that was crazy. Like how a first-person shooter showing that it could be done very well on consoles, and even though I thought there were other good first-person shooters, because I wasn't a PC gamer either, and but hey, I was having fun with them. But Halo 2, yeah, and then you have multiplayer, like the multiplayer with Halo, because it wasn't there. It was being online multiplayer, I should say. It wasn't there for the first one, but two, I mean, that just changed the game. Like, it just changed the game for, like, basically multiplayer for everything that come on consoles. Like, it brought it to the masses. Like, I know PC people saying, like, hey, we were doing this all the time. And it's like, nobody cares about you. It's like, you're not, you're a niche group here. You're a niche bunch of nerds. And, yeah, so now the masses got it. And now it's like, yes, like, this is awesome. You can just play against anybody anywhere. Um, oh, so good. And now I never played the multiplayer until I got a 360. Because they have a 360. Like I was like, oh, I can still play Halo 2 on 360 because they know how popular it was, and until Halo 3 came out. Yeah. So I played the single player game when I finally got an Xbox, and I really liked it. Like, graphically, I was like, man, this looks really good. Like better than the first one. And then the story was okay. I really, when I first played it, I did not know what the fuck was going on. Like there was until like multiple playthroughs I started actually paying attention, and then I was like, oh, okay, I get what's going on. I mean, it's overall, like I said, the overall Halo story, like just like a synopsis of it, it's good. But just like playing it, I never thought it was that great. Like, as playing it though, like, it never came off that great. Like, the best one that was done to me was Reach. That was probably the best one that I really liked. But two, I mean, gameplay wise too, that was fun. Like, going there, get on the Scarab, like that big Scarab, like still in the streets, and then jumping on it and blowing it up and all that stuff. I mean, that was great. Like, now you can just kind of steal ghosts, yeah. Like, you go in and kick, and then they had dual wielding was in it. It was like, oh my god, you can hit two guns at it and just shoot them. I was like, this is fucking crazy. I mean, that was so like, well, it was groundbreaking for me. Like, cause it's like I never played a game like this before, and yeah, it was great. It was really good. And it was like Xbox's biggest game. Well, other than, I guess, Grand Theft Auto, whenever it originally came to Xbox. Yeah, I wonder what was the like, where did Halo 2 ranked as far as sales on Xbox? Halo 2, the reception, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I got like some game of the year and things of that nature. It's the greatest. It was Electronic Monthly is the greatest 200 video games in the time. Let me see. Halo 2 in 2004, the game industry was estimated to gross $7.76 billion.
Yeah.
Behind the $9.4 billion gross of the domestic box office. Box office, man. Yeah. I'm so shit that with movies.
Looks like Halo 2 is the best-selling game on the original Xbox with 8.46 million copies.
Okay, so it's the best-selling. What's the top five?
It is Halo 2, Halo Combat Evolved, wait for it, Sneak King, the Burger King game, Fable, and then Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City Collection, the dual pack.
Fable actually sold more.
Yeah, Fable was 3 million.
And I guess maybe because Grand Theft Auto came so late in the game. But even then, that's still pretty good that it got to the top five.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that game, yeah. It probably would have sold more if they would have just came out initially.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
yeah, absolutely.
Because probably some of those people got a PlayStation 2 because of Grand Theft Auto.
I guess this is copies sold. It's not a profit off of them, because Sneak King being up there is kind of shocking.
Oh, well, it's copy. It is copy sold. Yeah. I mean, man, that's what I care about. See, that's what I want for movies. Yeah. I want movies.
How many tickets were purchased?
Yeah, because they are, and that's why it's always something like when people said about. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I used to be this way too. Like I said, I grown, but I don't like people who are my age or still like this. To me, it's weird. I feel like you should have grown too. But anyway, but like when they look like they say in movies, yes, I'm glad this movie won, even though like it's like, oh, this movie made this much money. Because at the end of the day, it's like, what does it matter?
Yeah,
that it made money to you. Like if you like the movie, you like the movie.
I own Disney stock, damn it. That's why.
But like it was, I think, the Wolverine and Deadpool. Like, cause like, oh, it's the highest. Made like the most money of a rated R movie. So yes, it beat Passion of the Christ. I'm so glad it beat that. And I'm like, why? It's like whatever. But I'm like, wait a minute. I said, but also I was like, how many tickets are sold? Because darn, like the price of tickets was so much cheaper when Passion of the Christ came out than that. And then was that in 3D? Because then you got to pay more for 3D.
Passion of the Christ 3D.
No. no, I'm talking about
God, that cat of nine tails is coming at me.
Yeah, I wanna know. I wanna know if Deadpool Wolverine was that released in 3D. Like,
I don't recall. I mean, they had IMAX, of course. So there's inflated tickets there somehow.
Well, yes. I mean, the price is already inflated, and then the IMAX is inflated that. There's some movies that still release in 3D, but they don't come on 3D Blu-ray, which I'm thinking like you can at least put a digital, man, for like put it up there on the Meta store.
Yeah, you would
like
think
that.
with the the popularity of VR, I guess maybe that's the problem. The popularity of VR is not actually that popular for them to worry about that. But yeah, you would wish that there would be some way to experience that stuff once it's out of the theaters.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, man, I say I need to see how many people watched it. Because money, yeah, it's going to make it being, not that it's going to make more money, but it's making more money. It's not as impressive as, like, I want, because I don't know what that means. Because I was like, yeah, everything costs more.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty.
A bajillion tickets?
Because I'm thinking it's like more impressive that that was still number one after all those years. That's more impressive, but that's also understandable too, because it's about Christ and everything. And this is kind of
they also adjust them for inflation too, don't they? I mean, so it's so that they.
I didn't look at the adjustment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what I saw was just
straight up numbers. Gotcha.
Yeah, straight up numbers. I didn't look at adjusted. And plus, I mean, that is more recent, so I guess that works better. Because like when people adjust, like, oh, they do Gone with the Wind, but it's like, how long was that in theaters? Like how many movies were out then, and then how long was Gone for the Wind for theaters? Right. They didn't have
several years.
They didn't have home video, so that thing could have been theaters for a decade, probably, something like that. Especially how popular it is. Like it's kind of hard to compare those type of movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, cause even movies in the '80s and stuff been in for years, and cause like they tapes. Cause I think E.T. I'm trying to see when the E.T. movie came out. I think it came out after. I mean, when I was born. I mean, not when I was born, but after I was born. Mm-hmm. So I remember my dad going to buy it because I seen a commercial for it.
Yeah.
But the movie came out before I was born.
Yeah.
The movie,
It's like 3 years before things would come out on VHS back in the day.
Yeah. All right. So, because, I think like Ghostbusters, the movie came out before I was born. The tape didn't come out till after I was born. It was the movie came out in 1984. What am I looking at here? That's it. So we'll take a quick break. When we get back, we get to the gaming news.
All right.
And we're back. Let's get to the gaming news. What we got?
All right, Dominic. So you mentioned the 20th anniversary of Halo 2. And along with that, we are seeing some cool stuff come out of that. There's a gameplay mode where a playlist where they're basically making Halo Infinite feel like Halo 2. But the coolest thing I've seen come out of it is that they are releasing the Halo 2 E3 2003 demo, which was basically from a cut part of the game. So this is people's first chance to actually experience that stuff. And that's one of those cool, like, kind of like going back in the past, nostalgic kind of things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is cool.
So if you don't have something new necessarily to announce, I wonder, I think this is just like a mod team that brought this together. So it's not like this is a new experience made in Unreal or anything like that. Because I was about to say, I wonder if they just, rebuilt it in Unreal, but no. Yeah, so that's available now on Steam. So you can check that out. All right, Dominic, in some other news, Take-Two has sold its indie publishing label Private Division. We don't know to who. They have not announced those details, and this,
I'm announcing it now. They sold it to me.
Oh, shit. Way to go, Dominic. Now, if only you could reopen the studios that they closed before selling it. Yeah, that makes me think it's not to like some other like game publisher or something like that. It's probably
what was the game the game they did?
They're the ones that did like Kerbal Space Program and Roller Drome and Ollie Ollie World, those style games.
Hold up, it's something more recent. They did it, isn't it? Wow, that ball got to that guy. Amazing.
Division.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm watching the Germany game, NFL game.
Tales of the Shire. Speaking of Lord of the Rings from before we started recording again. They also did Penny's Big Breakaway. The Sonic-like.
The Sonic, okay. All right. So
or Sonic Mania people, I guess I should say.
So they sold the company.
Yeah, so I mean it's unfortunate because Private Division
to China, a Chinese company, obviously.
You think so? I was just thinking some like brokerage firm or something like that that's going to be like, oh, we're going to try and use this
honestly, I have no idea, but I'm just going to say China.
Yeah.
So to China.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of selling things, Dominic, Kojima Productions has officially obtained the rights to Death Stranding and immediately released it on the Xbox finally. So the director's cut is out on the Xbox now.
Which is amazing. I mean, I see that's kind of like announcements I like. I like it not when it's like yes, I like the announcement that they're releasing on Xbox, but also that it's out now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just like, oh, we're going to release the Xbox in this month. And it's like, oh, I said, you say, y'all could have just kept it quiet.
Exactly.
Like, it just, yeah. I kind of wish more studios would do that. Just keep it quiet and then just release. But I know some people, they want that, you want that money from, what's it called?
You got to do like a marketing cycle.
No, I'm saying what people do, they hold the game.
Exclusivity?
The pre-orders.
Oh, pre-orders. Oh, okay, gotcha. Pre-orders.
Yeah. They didn't do that or nothing. They just released it.
Absolutely, very cool. For the people that haven't experienced that game and may want to.
So they obtained the rights, but I'm guessing there's still still an exclusivity deal with Death Stranding 2.
I wonder. Because
I mean, not that it could come out at the same time, because you would have to, unless you were already working on it or something. But still, that it wouldn't be that long of a wait. I'm curious, like as in this game. Which is how many years later after?
Jeez. That's a good question. Let's see. Death Stranding came out in 2019, November.
Okay. Yeah. So
5 years.
Yeah. So it's, so we don't have to wait 5 years.
Time flies when you're having fun, Dominic. The interesting thing, though, is Death Stranding is on Guerrilla's engine, so that means they can bring over Horizon Zero Dawn to the Xbox now, Dominic.
Oh, okay.
Just saying, Sony, it's a chance to make some more money. Maybe it's worth it.
No, they can't hurt their fans.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yes, we see how the fans feel about this, Oh, I can't believe that Sony gave them their engine and they're doing this to them. It's like, oh my goodness, relax. Yeah. All right, Dominic. Next up, we got some quote unquote news here. I mean, it's something that we've all assumed for a very long time, but it's officially coming out of Nintendo's mouth now that the Switch successor will be backwards compatible and have Nintendo Online capabilities. And by that, I mean, actually use the online service that they're using now.
Yeah, they're not going to just change it all like
again.
Yeah.
Which, so I mean, in some ways, maybe they should, but we don't have friend codes anymore. So
but not cancel shit, you know, like make it obsolete. Like it's like, or you have to go back to play that system. God, why do you suck? Jesus Christ.
Nintendo or football?
No, I'm talking about the Panthers. Like they could have easily just end this. Like, but they're gonna let the Giants win. Well, I mean, Giants should win. I mean, but it's just that. I mean, they had the lead, but Giants. I look like Giants. They had so many chances, Carolina. Like, God turned. I mean, this is why y'all were in last place. I mean, whatever.
That's why we shipped you off to Germany. Maybe stay there. That's what we're going to start doing, Dominic. We're going to start shipping off the worst teams. They're going to have to play against each other, and whoever loses stays in that country.
All right. So it's back compatible. Yeah, this is what we thought. Yeah. So I am happy that is still the thing that they really did. Man, because I can just imagine Nintendo being Nintendo.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm really hoping that it in some way improves performance for those games as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hope so too.
I do wonder if that's why Nintendo started cracking down super hard.
They played worse.
God, don't say that.
They can't play. It's too powerful. The Switch is too powerful. The Switch 1 is too powerful.
I wonder if this is why they went after like all the emulators, because there's going to be some tie between the two hardware, so they don't want to make it easier for people to immediately start emulating Switch 2 stuff. But we shall see. They of course use a NVIDIA chip in their hardware, so that should be interesting. Because that's some people were saying that, you know, they were worried about the backwards compatibility because of like the different generations of NVIDIA chips that they were using, that they maybe weren't, you know, backward and forward compatible the way that you would maybe expect. So yeah.
All I hear is a lot of excuses right now. like I don't understand, but
tell that to PlayStation VR too, Dominic. That's all I'm saying.
Like I don't want to hear the reasons why something's not going to work. You better just get it to work for me. Like I don't give a fuck. It's like you know, I'm not fucking engineer. I'm not gonna fucking do it. You just better make it work. They say, but we can't. You make it.
All right. Speaking of NVIDIA not getting things to work, Dominic, it sounds like people have been using too many of their servers, so they got to cut you off. They're going to be starting a 100-hour monthly playtime allowance at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, people are taking advantage of this stuff. They're playing like 1,000 hours a month.
I wonder if just like, you know, some people in Steam, they just, you know, pause their games and, you know, let them sit there.
I think there has to be some activity.
Okay. I wondered. You would hope they would have something, you know, in place.
I think there has to be some activity going on for it. Though there are, I mean, I think there might be, I'm sure there's probably some ways around that.
Yeah, I put it on my mouse jiggler that I bought for work during COVID.
Yeah. So that's it, though. Like from what I played, is that it's never really a long wait when I paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
It was never a long wait.
That's good. Yeah, I wonder if it's just like a server capacity type thing. They're saying that, you know, even with this limit, it accommodates for 94% of their audience, because this is for their paid tiers. as well, so even if you're paying for it, they're going to be limiting your time. Now, we did the math. That's about 3 hours, a day for 30 days, obviously a little bit less for 31 days. I could see how that could definitely limit some people depending on where you're at in your life. But for the most part, I feel like even in like an ideal week for me where I'm getting to play the games that I want to, I may be doing like 3 hours or 4 hours every couple of days or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I think, I mean, because they said 94% of people it's not really affected, and I think like, well, then that just tells you that, yeah. I feel, too bad for those 6%,
yeah.
but
it also almost feels like if it's only 6%, maybe they should just swallow that. Like why can't they accommodate this if it's only 6% of the player base?
That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, because
they want to make more money. Really that's why. They are doing it so if you have like a leftover from the previous month, up to 15 hours of that unused time will roll over into the next month. So theoretically, you basically have like 115 hours every month if you don't use, it the previous month. And then you can, of course, pay more money to get more hours. So it'd be $3 for 15 hours for the performance tier and $6 for 15 hours of the ultimate tier. Yeah, so this almost feels like one of those like phone game style like whale hunts where it's like, most people will play this game and not really do anything, won't really give us any money. But the people that will give us money will give us hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah. So it almost feels like that where it's like, oh, I've been playing Fortnite for 6 hours every day. I'm going to,
I'm using my daddy's trust fund.
Exactly.
And stuff like that.
Yep. Goddamn Baron. It's always playing Fortnite. All right. So that is the news this week, Dominic. Did you see anything else that maybe caught your interest?
It was something that I had told you before we got on. Oh, what was
that was
it?
the NVIDIA.
Or at least that was it. Shit.
That's what I remember.
Yeah. I think that's that might have been it.
Yeah.
Let me see. Is there anything else talk about? Let's talk about some Black Friday deals.
Oh, you mean just like every other video game website right now?
Yeah, that's the first thing I really see.
I don't know. I'm still looking for a deal on the Pixel 9, Dominic.
Shucks, yeah, I don't see anything. There's probably something, but it's just all these other freaking shits up here. That's news that's getting away from me. All right, so, I did see a trailer for Genshin Impact because it is releasing this month on Xbox. So finally, Xbox will be part of the club, the Waifu Club. But yeah, or the Lolly Club.
Oh no, not the Lolly Club.
That's what they look like, Daniel.
Husbando Club. You gotta join that one.
So there we go, Panthers. There we go. All right. Yeah, I guess we just get to new releases.
All right, new releases, Dominic. We've got Metal Slug Tactics out now on the PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X, and I believe that is also on Game Pass. So that may be worth checking out there if you have a subscription. I haven't seen any reviews on that, honestly, to see where that's falling. I saw people were originally pretty hyped about it, and then I played that demo and I thought it was okay, but I wasn't necessarily blown away by it. IGN gave it an 8. It's got a Metacritic score of 78 right now, so sounds like that's all right. We got Planet Coaster 2 that's out now on PC, PS5, Xbox Series. What's your level of interest in Planet Coaster 2, Dominic?
Not much, because I feel like I'll just go through Planet Coaster 1 because that probably run better on my PC.
Yeah. Too much water physics in Coaster 2.
Yeah, that's It's really what it is. So, but no, but I mean, I don't know what the reviews are for this. I only saw one review. It was I think they were a little disappointed, but that was only one review.
IGN has an 8 for it, and it
Hey,
is. I don't see a Metacritic here yet. What's GameSpot? Doop, doop, bing. Maybe they don't have a review for it yet. Man.
Darn, Steam got some low scores, like user scores for this game. So I don't know
Yeah.
if is it then maybe some wokeness in
I don't like
that's the
these
joke.
mascots in this game. Yeah.
Let me see. Like, why? Too many bugs. Okay, so maybe like bugs and stuff. Yeah, I get that for PC games, man.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, I mean, well, you know what? I get that for games, period. Nowadays, because it's like you gotta wait for those patches, people. Like, it's a damn shame, but that's just what it is when you first get these games. So maybe it'll be better, as time goes on. Maybe it's better now. I have no idea. Um, but yeah.
Is
I
Planet
mean, I
Coaster
wonder.
1 the one that you had difficulty with just because there were too many, like, like it was too complex, or was that one of the city
Yes,
builders I'm thinking of?
yes, that was it.
Oh, okay.
It was Planet Coaster 1, but I I want to say maybe some things have patched it to make it easier, but because it was just open, it was
Yeah.
like so. I mean, which is nice for people who are like that. Like, yeah, just go in fresh. Because people said, "Hey, watch this video," and then it clicked on video on YouTube. I was like, "What the fuck, man? Why can't they just have a tutorial like Roller Coaster
In
Tycoon
the
did?"
game. Yeah.
Yeah, like I literally just taught me how to play. I don't want to have to watch a video. I want you, like they used to a tutorial that you're playing as they
Mm,
teaching you, so you can go. And it's like, man, I did not like that.
yeah. All right. Next up, Dominic, Death Stranding, you mentioned earlier. We also have Empire of the Ants. I know you had brought that to my attention previously because it looked kind of cool.
Yeah, graphically it looks good. I think it's getting around like sevens or something like that.
Yeah,
Empire of
it's
Ants.
not
Yeah,
been like super high, but not super low
yeah.
either. So
IGN seemed to have something against it. They get a 3 out of 10.
ooh, man.
Like they hurt somebody's feelings.
Apparently.
Like, man, dang. He said, I don't think ants are doing this for fun, and I'm not having much fun doing it either.
Wait a second. Am I just controlling real ants?
You
Are
aren't
there
forced to
ants
do
suffering in real
all
life,
these
Dom?
missions to complete the campaign. You select missions by speaking to quest giving ants in sequence. Blah blah blah. The nicest thing I can say about it is that it's not all that buggy, other than
I see what they did there.
So the verdict. I was looking at the verdict. While Empire Ants' nearly photorealistic world looks incredible at first glance, its boring and annoying real-time strategy campaign is the antithesis, ants dash antithesis, um, of that. Combat missions are mostly trivial, easy because the AI doesn't seem to understand crucial mechanics, and those that aren't are obnoxious because you can't save mid mission to replay the tough parts without trudging through the easy setup. Meanwhile, all of the non-combat missions are tedious searches for needles and haystacks, and the story fails to make ant politics intriguing. It's easy the worst single player campaign I ever played in years. No, Dan Stapleton. Let's see what else have you reviewed, Dan Stapleton. I'm curious. So he did Ants. He did Batman Arkham Shadow Review. He did Starfield. No, he didn't like that. Frostpunk. I see. Damn it. They were smart. You're smart, IGN. You made it so I have to click on to see the score. Uh, oh, he's a star. He is a Starfield reviewer. Okay. Uh, I mean, I whatever. I mean, that 3. I think he's being a little I think
harsh.
it's a little too low. Yeah.
I'm surprised that IGN's use of the whole scale recently.
Yes. Oh yes, he is definitely a guy I cannot. No offense to you, Dan. You just have really different taste than me, and I just can't use your reviews. He gave Vampire Survivor 7, so he can go suck a dick. It's like I was joking. I don't really mean that, but yeah, a 7. Come on, man. Okay, definitely has a different thing. Because this is 1.0. I don't care. Like 1.0 was good.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Down, this is an 8. So which Vampire Survivor was I? Oh, okay. He must have been reviewing a beta.
Oh, okay.
And then it updated November 11th for the official release. What the fuck was happening one and before that? That changed it, I wonder.
Maybe it was buggier. More of a mess.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Next up, Dominic, we've got Goat Simulator Remastered. That's now.
Oh no, I'm sorry, man. Because I wanted to see the other Ants Empire reviews. Okay, so they gave it that. Where's why Metacritic is not like one of the top searches when you put the shit in?
Because we're using OpenCritic now, Dominic. That's why. See, Gaming Nexus gave it an 8.5. IGN France gave it an 80%.
IGN, France. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, they always do.
God is a Geek gave it a 75.
Push Square gave it a 60.
I swear, going to this site anymore is just like who are any of these people?
I don't even see I guess GameSpot hasn't reviewed it yet.
No, I didn't see a review for this yet.
Yeah, so I had the
PlayStation Country. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. That's like us having a review site.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all we need to do, Dominic, is start making up reviews for games, and we can find ourselves on Metacritic, and we would be as relevant.
Promise that we'll get them a good review so we can get free games.
Well, I mean, we don't have to do that.
But that's what all these other sites do, don't they? When they give good reviews, apparently that's what people did for Dragon Age Veilguard, according to the internet.
It's also kind of crazy that the same company, Fandom, that owns GameSpot also owns Metacritic now. Which is why people are using OpenCritic. All right. Next up, Dominic.
I've heard of OpenCritic. I never heard of that.
I've just been hearing about it recently. One of the podcasts that I listen to have been talking about it more and more. I think they have like higher standards for who is considered, part of the review or something like that. Or maybe they have lower standards. I don't know.
No, yeah. Well, what is it? they say we don't like these woke sites.
Yep, exactly. Yes. That's why Veilguard has a 2 on this site because it's too woke. No, it's got an 82.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, 82.
Yeah, because they have like top critic average and then critic.
Oh, yes, this is better than Metacritic. Good God, why did Metacritic do that? Like you would think Metacritic would have just took the Rotten Tomatoes approach at least. Yeah,
like here you actually see like Eurogamer, IGN,
yeah,
not
seen IG in France. Yeah, that's how it should be. Yeah,
sites that you mostly actually recognize.
Oh, I think I lost you. Oh, okay. Oh, there you are.
There, I should be back now. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So sorry to get this done before they cut us out.
It's the deep state trying to shut us down, Dominic. Goat Simulator Remastered, PC, PS5, Xbox Series X. That's just Goat Simulator. Slitterhead, Dominic.
But it's remastered, though.
Yeah. Oh, tongue is now longer.
It's just amazing. It's like, damn, 3 just came out, and we already get a remaster, the first one.
Just so weird. I mean,
right.
they're using remastered, I feel like, pretty loosely, most likely. You know, this is just an up-resing, so... Which I guess is a remaster, not a remake. But still, I you know, all this like generational jump stuff, I feel like we're just like throwing these words out now just as marketing terms to try and get this stuff sold more.
Slitherhead. Okay,
yeah, Slitherhead. That is that like action horror game with all the weird, creepy people. That is reviewing pretty dang low, Dominic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know that it's worth too many people's time, honestly. Let's see, what does it have on Open Critic right now? Because I think I saw the IGN score. Yeah, IGN was like one of those
Korean horror movies or something.
Yeah, IGN's a 5. Eurogamer's a 4 out of 5, which is pretty high. PC Gamer's a 70 out of 10, but GameSpot is a 4 out of 10.
Steam has 9 out of 10, man. Darn.
Oh, wow. Maybe this is reverse woke, Dominic.
Wait a minute. What's Bokeh Game Studio from?
I don't know.
Is that Chinese? Cause then they all fixed the system in Steam where they like just got a whole bunch of good reviewers up there.
It's Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, okay, it's Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Japan, notoriously not buying reviews, Dominic.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of these people who bought the game said they like it.
Yeah.
Up here.
All right. Next up, Dominic, Mario and Luigi Brothership. This is not reviewing too hot. IGN gave it a 5. GameSpot gave it I think like a 6. The Metacritic's pretty high on it right now, but as you pointed out to me, like most of those are just reviews from places that never really heard of. So, you know, when you look at the actual like review sites that you were familiar with, it starts to paint maybe a much less rosy picture.
Yeah. There's a lot of people committing seppuku in the studio now.
Jeez. Jeez, Dominic. Jeez.
Yep. And what's his name? Miyamoto's just like sent over them. He's like, he giving them the knife.
Yeah, on Open Critic, it's about got the same score as Metacritic, a 79 with top critics. But it did get a 4 out of 5 from Eurogamer, a 4 out of 5 from Game Radar Plus, 9 out of 10 from Nintendo Life, which, you know...
Okay,
maybe
what about
take
normal
with a
Game Radar? What did they get?
I don't know. I don't think that exists anymore, Dominic. It's only Plus. You got to subscribe now to read the reviews. Also, IGN Spain gave it a 9 out of 10. So, like, you know, maybe Spain knows what's up, and America doesn't.
Spain. They still do bullfighting over there, don't they?
We can only hope. But, like, with digital
you can only hope.
This poor bull's just getting stabbed with swords and whatever.
Oh, man, they're going to go overtime. God damn it, Carolina.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
They're giving those Germans their money's worth, Dominic. That's what they're doing. All right, then one last big release this week, Dominic. The PlayStation 5 Pro is now out there. So there's the
most powerful system in the history of the world.
Yep. Although, ironically enough, it released the same week as that new Ryzen chip that apparently everybody's gushing over. So maybe not the most powerful thing in the world. Obviously, the most powerful console.
Console system, I mean. But yes, it's, I mean, listen, you're into that stuff, then go right ahead, man.
Yeah.
Go and get it.
It's like I was telling you, though.
Keep the economy going, baby.
that's what they're doing. Yeah. I was disappointed seeing, like, this is how Spider-Man 2 Performance Pro mode works, and this is how, Fidelity Pro mode works. And I'm like, I thought their whole reasoning for this thing was so that they could both be melded together and you get the best of both worlds. And now you're still leaving me with, like, the choice between these two. I hate what consoles have become, Dominic.
They're
just PCs at this point, and not in the good way.
But
you still got to pay for online.
Oh shit, that's what I was about to say. But yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. I don't know like how much it's really worth it. I mean, really like even for anybody. I mean, just for if you, I mean, you're just a hardcore guy with about the graphics and stuff. Then
Yeah.
yeah, I guess go ahead. But then like you said, it's like then don't you just got a PC? But the easy access is consoles are
Yeah.
still easier to get through than
Yeah.
the PCs and stuff. So um
I can't download as
yeah,
many viruses on my console either.
but it doesn't feel like even as big. It doesn't feel like the big upgrade as far as the PS4 Pro and the um, Xbox One X,
Yeah.
like how they did, man. Darn, that was something I was looking up. I totally forgot. It don't matter. All right, so I guess that's it, man.
Yep. Thank you guys as always for listening. You check us out on Twitter, Dominic's at DStarworth5, and remember Regulus MB. The podcast is at Superpod, SUPAPOD. Superpod.com is the website. You check us out there. It has links to all the places you can find us, including YouTube, where there's a video version of this podcast, as well as iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon. Until next time, guys, we'll talk to you later.
All right, see ya.